And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Elsberry High School in Elsberry, Missouri. And we are up here for a rare Tuesday night homecoming ceremony and games. The reason it's Tuesday night is because the weather took over last Friday night when it was supposed to be. And so we are here tonight. We just got done watching a boys junior varsity game, which the Elsberry junior varsity Indians defeated the Louisiana junior varsity Bulldogs by a score of 41-35. Now the game you're going to see, I'm going to broadcast this game, which is the varsity girls game, and then I'll be broadcasting the varsity boys game. And so they'll be on two separate broadcasts as far as YouTube is concerned. I'll give them both separate broadcasts. But we're here tonight right now to see this varsity girls game. So let's just go ahead and go over the rosters. This isn't the starting lineups. This is just the rosters for the teams. And for the 0-8 Lady Bulldogs from Louisiana, we have number 13, Cameron Glow. Number 15, Faith Rule. Number 21, Jaden Womack. Number 30, Estefania Ramirez. I'm not Spanish, so I don't know if I pronounced that correctly or not. Number 33, Josie Oblinger. Number 35, Michia Campbell. Number 41, Calais Campbell. Or Keelay. I'm not sure. Number 42, Casey Strickfaden. And number 52, Mary Jo Henderson. That is the roster for the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs varsity basketball team. And for the 7-7 Elsberry High School varsity Indians, or Lady Indians. Lady Indians varsity. I'll get it all out here in a second. We have on the roster tonight, again, this is not the starting lineup. This is just the roster for the game. We have number 2, Tanisha Henderson. Number 4, Peyton Robinson. Number 5, Addison Steele. Number 10, Candace Dow. Number 11, Neosha Henderson. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler. 14, Abby Jenkins. 15, Mackenzie Gladney. Number 20, Kelsey Flaster. 24, Lily Smith. Number 25, Samara Manuel. Number 31, Bella Mozzie. Number 32, Olivia Kinsler. Number 41, Alyssa Love. And number 43, Tyra Henderson. That is the roster for tonight's game for the Lady Indians. Once again, they are 7-7 on the season now. They have won their last, I guess it's 3 games. Most recently being last night at Wright City. And they played a pretty good game there and defeated them. I don't remember the score, and I don't have it in front of me. But they beat them. Whether you win by 1 or 100, it just goes in as a W. So anyway, that is what's going to be happening tonight. We're going to watch this game, and then there'll be ceremonies between the games and at halftime and all this other neat stuff. But let's go ahead and get a couple of commercials in here. We got a little over 6.5 minutes till the game starts. And so let's take a little break here.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, a little under 3.5 minutes to go to this, get this game going. As you can see, the Elsberry girls are down there practicing. A little editorial here from me. I hope they practice a lot on their shots from right underneath the basket. I think they miss way too many of those. But I'm not the one out there under the pressure. Easy for me to sit up here with this microphone stuffed up my mouth. Easy for me to sit here and criticize. But I'm not criticizing their effort. I don't think anybody tries any harder than these young ladies do. But anyway, again, another 2.5 minutes till they get this game started. So let's throw another commercial in here real quick.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, there's the buzzer to get this thing going. So I'll be giving you the starting lineups just as they are giving them over the PA system. Right now, we are going to do the national anthem, so I'll be breaking for that. Okay, that was the national anthem by the Elsberry High School Band. All right, starting lineup tonight for Louisiana Bulldogs. Number 13, Cameron Glow. Number 15, Faith Rule. Number 33, Josie Oblinger. Number 35, Misha Campbell. And number 41, Keela Campbell. That answers that question on how to pronounce her name. And here we go with the Lady Indians starting lineup. Number 2, Tanisha Henderson, otherwise known as Tiny. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler. Number 15, Mackenzie Gladney. Number 20, Kelsey Plaster. And number 43, Tyra Henderson. That is your starting lineup for the hometown Elsberry Lady Indians. All right, let's see who's going to jump. Something tells me it might be Kelsey Plaster, but I don't know for sure. They don't consult me on things like that. For the Lady Bulldogs, it looks like it's going to be number 15, Faith Rule. And look how smart I am. It is Kelsey Plaster. So they get ready to start this game. Got a fresh 8 minutes on the clock. And Louisiana controls the basketball. And that ball stolen right out of the air by Tyra Henderson, and she's in for an easy layup. 2 points for Tyra. Louisiana bringing the ball back down. They get it right underneath. That was Keela Campbell with the shot, and it did not go in. And now here we have Tiny Henderson bringing it up the floor. She takes it right up the lane, goes in for 2 points. All right, we have Misha Campbell bringing it up now. Gets it underneath, and right underneath Tequila Campbell, and she walked with the ball. Turnover to Elsberry. Elsberry's come out strong here in his opening less than a minute. Let's hope they can continue this throughout the game. Tyra Henderson right up the lane, and 2 more points. Almost taken out of the air by Tyra Henderson, not quite there. They get it out on the point to Misha Campbell. I realize that these Lady Bulldogs are 0-8, but those teams are hungry. There's a shot, no good, and Kelsey Flaster with the rebound. Kelsey Flaster with the rebound. She tried to throw it forward, and Louisiana got it. Then they fumbled it around, and Kylie Kinsler was called for traveling. So we have Misha Campbell back out on the point again. Louisiana trying to get something set up. There's a shot up, no good, and they're saying that ball was tipped by Elsberry, and so it's out of bounds to Louisiana. And quickly Peyton Robinson and Candace Dowell come into the game. Kylie and who else sat down? Somebody. It was Kylie and Kelsey sat down. And we have a timeout called by Louisiana. 30-second timeout. I'll just keep it right here for now. Looked like my next commercial is a long one. Wouldn't have time for it anyway. So, 5:48 to go in the first quarter. Elsberry's leading this game 6-0, and all the points belong to the Henderson girls. Tyra with 4 and Tanisha with 2. So the teams come back out onto the floor, get this game continued. This is not the normal starting time for a game, but they played that junior varsity game before this. We're going to get 3 games here at Elsberry tonight. That's unusual in itself, and then even more unusual. And Tiny Henderson steals that ball right out of the air. And she just slows it down, gets it out onto the point. Going to set up a play. She could have gone a fast break. It would have been a difficult one. Candace Dowell looked at 3, changed her mind, and now here's Tyra running the break at the baseline, and Peyton Robinson with a shot that missed everything. So they take it back out on the point. Here's Peyton Robinson again, gets it underneath, tries to get it underneath to Tyra Henderson, and it's broken up by Keela Campbell. All right, so there's Candace Dowell with a 3-point attempt, and it rims in and out. So Louisiana with the rebound, and they bring it up the floor. Pass it around in the perimeter, try to get it down deep. Nobody there to get it to. $15-foot shot there and that no good, and the Mackenzie Gladney just stole it right away from her. So once again, Tanisha Henderson out on the point. Round over to Peyton Robinson, and she passed on the baseline, and it went out of everybody's reach. So Louisiana with the ball again. Elsberry putting on a little, like a little half-hearted half-court press. There's a 15-foot shot, no good. Rebound to Peyton Robinson. She took off and then decided to slow it up. Kelsey Flaster with three-point shot, no good. And Louisiana with the rebound. Cross-court pass for Louisiana, and those are very dangerous passes, especially when Kylie Kinsler's on the floor. But she's playing forward right now. Louisiana passing it around. Tanisha looked at that one she made a play to get it. There's a long two-point shot, no good. Louisiana has the ball underneath. They take a 15-foot shot, rims in and out, and Kylie Kinsler with the rebound, and she draws a foul. And that foul is on Casey Strickfaden. That's her first foul, and that's the first foul of the game for either team. So Candace Dow brings it up the floor. Abby Jenkins is out on the floor for the first time tonight. Dow for 3 points, and it's good. 9-0 is the score. And Louisiana brings it back up the floor. Elsberry doing a good job of keeping them out on the perimeter. They're playing a zone defense. And ball almost stolen out of the air. Playing a real tight zone, and that's going to be a turnover to Elsberry. Pass went right between her hands. So Abby Jenkins throwing it in to Candace Dow. Another three-pointer for Candace Dow, no good, and Louisiana got the rebound. That is Faith Rule. She hands it off over to Michia Campbell. Long pass, puts the ball up, and no good, and Abby Jenkins steals it right out of there. Kelsey Plaster for 3 points, no good, and Abby Jenkins gets the rebound. Long shots equal long rebounds. There was Candace Dow again. The ball kind of fumbled around. Ball knocked out of the air. Didn't have the camera over far enough. Ball knocked out of the air by Louisiana. Kylie Kinsler throws it into Candace Dow. Gets it to Tyra Henderson on the free throw line. Back out to Kelsey. Get it in deep to Tyra. Now here's three-point shot. Oh, for Kelsey, and it was in and out, and we have a jump ball. Abby Jenkins jumped right in there. Talk about aggressive. So that jump ball on the alternating possessions stays with Elsberry. And Tanisha Henderson has it out now on the point. Gives it to Jenkins. Ball tipped around. Wow. A lot of sloppy play in there. There's Kelsey again. Kelsey Plaster again for 3 points. And that is the end of the first quarter. The score is 12-0. Elsberry. Let's take a break.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, here we are here now for the second quarter, the second half of the first half. Louisiana with the ball. They're trying to set up everything on the outside because this zone defense, there they get it in deep, put the ball up, and there's the first 2 points for Louisiana tonight. That is number 15, Faith Rule, with 2 points. Long pass over around. They had the ball in deep to Tyra Henderson. Now she looked at about a 10-footer. And there's Kelsey Plaster from underneath. She gets the shot, and she draws a foul. And Casey Strickfaden comes out, and Calais Campbell goes in. And Kelsey Plaster's free throw falls in. It bounced around a while, but it finally went in. So 7:17 to go in the first half. Score is 15-2. There's only been 2 fouls in this game. Oh, that ball stolen right away by Tiny Henderson. Oh, and she missed from right underneath. And Kylie Kinsler puts it in for 2. That shot was blocked, and now here's Tyra bringing it up. And it was blocked away from her, and now Tiny Henderson just takes it right back. She gets out on the perimeter, slows it down. Peyton Robinson with about a 25-foot shot there. And Peyton Robinson blocked that shot and took it right away from Faith Rule. So now Tanisha Henderson bringing it up slow. Score is 17-2. Long pass over. Now Mackenzie Gladney got the shot, or got the ball underneath, and faked herself out and took a couple of steps. turnover to Louisiana. And now there was a travel by Misha Campbell. So turnover right back to Elsberry. Ball underneath to Tyra Henderson, and it got knocked out of her hands, and Louisiana takes control. Louisiana. Okay. After all of that, Louisiana did get the ball down deep to 33, Josie Ublinger. And she went up for a shot, and she was fouled by Peyton Robinson. It's her first of the game. That's the first for Elsberry tonight. The shot for Campbell. That's Misha Campbell, and no good, and Tyra brings it up. There's a three-pointer for Peyton Robinson. Bounced it off the backboard. I was looking at it going, oh, that's way too far to the right. Well, it was just right to be to the right, right? So the score of 20-2. Louisiana has the ball. They get the ball in deep to Faith Rule. She puts it back out. Shot is no good, and Tyra Henderson up with the rebound. Okay, there's. Oh, what happened here? Well, there was a foul on Misha Campbell. I did not see that happen. So I don't. He said it was a grab. But either way, Bella Mozzie now in the game. There's a three-point attempt for Tyra Henderson. No good. And Louisiana with the rebound. Again, the score is 20-2 with 3:40 to go in the first half. And that that pass was a little off course, and it goes out of bounds to Elsberry. All right, Peyton Robinson got down to the baseline, changed her mind, back out to Dowell. Tyra Henderson, I don't think she's come out of the game tonight. There's a three-pointer for Dowell, no good. Robinson right there. And it was no good, but Mackenzie Gladney was there with 2 points. And that pass was off its mark and out of bounds to Elsberry. 2:46 to go in the first half. Score is 22-2. And somewhere along the line, I guess they said it got tipped, and it goes out of bounds to Louisiana. So Louisiana's ball at half court. And that ball tipped away, and Peyton Robinson brings it up the floor. She holds up. And now they're passing it around. And there is 2 points if they count the basket. Basket is good for Peyton Robinson. And that foul was on Faith Rule. So a free throw for Peyton Robinson. And it's good. Louisiana brings it up. And again, they're having a lot of trouble getting it in, and Bella Mawsey knocked that ball away, and it's back to Tyra Henderson. She gets it over. And Bella Mawsey with 2 points from right underneath. Score is 27-2. Louisiana's doing everything they can to get the ball underneath, and Tyra Henderson takes that right away, and then it was taken right away from her by Faith Rule. And they can't get the ball to drop, and Tyra Henderson comes in and says, that's enough of that. I'm going to take it down here where I can shoot. And a timeout called by Elsberry. 30-second timeout. So with 1:25 to go in the first half of this ball game, the score is 27-2. There's been 4 team fouls against Louisiana and 1 team foul against Elsberry. So nobody's going into any kind of a bonus or anything in this half. It's been a relatively clean game, but these 3 referees out here, they just don't seem to be calling a lot of fouls, and that's okay. Let them play. So Kylie Kinsler with the ball to throw it in. Gets it into Dowell. And she's way out on the point. Gets it to Bella Mawsey out on the high post. Mawsey drives in, and the ball is knocked out of her hands, and Louisiana grabs it, and Elsberry grabs it, and jump ball and alternating possessions goes to Elsberry. 1:08 remaining in the first half. There's Dowell for 3 points, and it's no good. And Kinsler up, well, I thought she had the rebound, but it was knocked away from her. Louisiana has the rebound now. And Louisiana just can't seem to get the ball down deep. Now there's Faith Rule again for another 2 points. They managed to get the ball in that time. That makes the score 27-4. Elsberry passing it around the perimeter. Peyton Robinson looked like she wanted to drive. Now that ball knocked out of the air by Louisiana, and we're going to have another jump ball. Olivia Kinsler in there fighting for it. And alternating possessions, that goes over to Louisiana. 5.3 seconds remaining in the first half. 27-4 is the score. Another rhyme. Long shot for the halftime. And that is the end of the first half. The score is 27-4, and looks like what is going on now? I don't know. The Elsberry girls are just sitting there. So, not sure what's. I know they're having all kinds of ceremonies and everything, but let's just, again, 10 minutes between. Let's go ahead and get a couple of commercials in here. throw one commercial in, and then I'll come back and talk about the scoring.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Okay, as you can see, we have cheerleaders and flag girls and baton twirler out there right now on the court. And so not much I can describe on that. I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, let's go ahead and go over a little bit of scoring here. A little recap on the first half of this game. Tanisha Henderson had 2 points. Peyton Robinson had 5 points. I'm sorry, 6 points.
At this time, we are going to announce our Hoop Masters winner.
Including 1 3-pointer. Candace Dowd had 1 3-pointer. Kylie Kinsler had 2 points. Mackenzie Gladney with 2 points. Kelsey Flaster with 6 points. Bella Mozzie with 2, and Tyra Henderson with 2. And Faith Rule is leading Louisiana with 4 points, and that is their only 4 points. Faith Rule has all of them. So, see, there's 1 foul for Elsberry, and that is on Peyton Robinson. 4 players for Louisiana have 1 foul each. Faith Rule, Josie Oblinger, Misha Campbell, and Casey Strickfaden.
There she is. Allie made 14 out of 25.
And so, anyway, as they have some more ceremonies going on here between first half and second half, let's throw a few more commercials in here.
Ooh, hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home, using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I could check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. Online.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back, and we are ready to start the second half of this game. It looks like Elsberry's going to have the ball to start it. Got a fresh 8 minutes on the clock. Score is 27-4 in favor of Elsberry, and they start the second half with possession of the ball. Tyra Henderson caught in a little bit of a trap. She got out of it. Now here's Tanisha Henderson. Gets it underneath to Mackenzie Gladney. And she fumbled the ball around. Kylie Kinsler jumped right in there and got a jump ball. But on alternating possessions, it turns over to Louisiana. And they bring it up the floor. Drive the baseline, get the ball up, and no good. And Kelsey Plaster with the rebound. So now here's Tanisha Henderson, gets it over to Mackenzie Gladney. They get it in deep to Tyra. She puts it up and good for 2 points. Louisiana brings it up the floor. And there's going to be they called a travel. Wow. I thought that was going to be a foul on Tanisha Henderson. They called a travel on that, so turnover to Elsberry. And there is Kylie Kinsler for 3 points. Kinsler jumped in front of that one, knocked it out of bounds. Louisiana still with the ball. And there's a shot up, no good, and Kelsey Plaster with the rebound. Gets it over to Tanisha. And there's Kylie again, and it rolls around and around and around, but she got it in there. And that pass was nowhere near the receiver. So turnover to Elsberry. And Kylie Kinsler knocked it off of the Louisiana player, but they called it off of Kinsler. Don't quite understand that one. So Louisiana with the ball out on the perimeter. Once again, they just can't seem to get the ball down deep at all. Tyra Henderson knocked that one out of the air. Stays with Louisiana. And apparently Faith Rule stepped on the line. And turnover to Elsberry. And that was a foul on Louisiana. That was on Cameron Glow. It's her first. So get the ball in deep, and there's right back out to Kelsey Plaster, and another three-pointer for her. We've had a few three-pointers shot tonight. And once again, Louisiana with the ball out on the perimeter. They have a lot of trouble getting it in deep. Plaster all over Misha Campbell. There they finally get it in deep. Shot is up and no good. And Kinsler in there fighting for the rebound. Imagine that. And she bounces it off Louisiana players. And this time they give it to her. Robinson out on the low post, and out. There's a 20-foot shot for Tiny Henderson, and it's good. 39-4 is the score. Louisiana with the ball, once again, trying anything they can to get the ball in deep. But it just isn't happening. And Kinsler broke that one up. So out of bounds to Louisiana. Olivia Kinsler in now. Candace Dowell in. Robinson and Gladney and Tiny Henderson are also on the floor. And there is a jump ball. Mackenzie Gladney just put both hands up there and grabbed the ball. She couldn't get it away from her, but the jump ball stays with Louisiana. And that's stolen out of the air by Olivia Kinsler. And she gets the layup and draws a foul. No, I'm sorry, that wasn't Olivia Kinsler. That was Peyton Robinson. Those two look a lot alike out there. I sure thought that was Olivia Kinsler. But I made a mistake. That foul was on Cameron Glow. That's her second. Peyton Robinson at the line for a shot. And it's good. Louisiana brings it up the floor. I would have thought that technically would have been double dribble, but oh well. They tried to get it in, and it wasn't there, and Peyton Robinson brings it up, slows it down, and gives it out to Candace Dowell way out high on the point. There's Dowell, looked at a three-pointer, not there. They're just passing it around the perimeter now. There's a three-point attempt for Peyton Robinson, no good. And Dowell up with the rebound. Long pass over to Dowell. She puts it up, and 2 points for Dowell. They get the ball in deep to Faith Rule, and she puts it up and cannot get it to drop, and we have a jump ball, and it stays with Louisiana. No, they're changing that. I can't see the arrow from where I'm sitting, but it changes over to Elsberry. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And that ball stolen away by Faith Rule. She puts it up, and it does not go in, but it's knocked out of bounds by Elsberry. Let me get this quarter changed. One of these days I'll get good at this. So ball out of bounds to Louisiana. They get it in. Give it over to Faith Rule. She drives the baseline. Puts the ball up, no good, and Candace Dow comes up with the rebound. Long pass up to Mackenzie Gladney, who gets 2 points. Score is 46-4. And Faith Rule tried to drive the line. She does draw the foul, though, on Candace Dow. That's the second foul of the game for Elsberry. And there was a three-point attempt for Louisiana. Abby Jenkins has the ball now. She held up about 15 feet out and was fouled. That foul is on Josie Oblinger. That is her second. Mackenzie Gladney with another 2 points right underneath. So again, Louisiana, there's a long pass. Louisiana with the ball on the outside. Faith Rule with another 2 points. That makes the score 48-6. Faith Rule has all 6 points for Louisiana. And that right to Campbell. Very ill-advised pass. Abby Jenkins with the rebound, and she traveled. She was almost pushed. I don't think she actually was pushed. But anyway, Louisiana has the ball. 15.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And I'm sure in the fourth quarter we'll be going to a running clock. Abby Jenkins almost stole that one. And a shot by Louisiana was no good, and that ends the third quarter. I will get this changed this time in time. So we go to the fourth quarter. Score is 48-6. And like I said, I'm sure they will be doing there's the Louisiana cheerleaders. I'm sure they'll be doing a running clock in the fourth quarter, because anything over a 30-point differential gets a running clock. It's a mercy rule. And no need to extend this game out. I mean, it is so obviously dominated by Elsberry. And so get the final 8 minutes over with. And games like this, in my opinion, are really no fun. You know, when they are just so one-sided. You know, not a whole lot to say on that. So let's go ahead and get this fourth quarter going and get on to the boys' game. So it is Louisiana's ball to start this fourth quarter. Cross-court pass, everything out on the outside. Ball knocked, or almost knocked away. It was just a bad pass. And there is a shot, no good. Olivia Kinsler picks it up, and we have a jump ball. That was Misha Campbell got her hands in there. And Addison Steele is now in the game. Bella Mawsey brings the ball up. Kelsey Plaster with it out on the high post. Addison Steele over to Bella Mawsey. And that was Alyssa Love, had the shot blocked. So Elsberry having a few players out there that don't get as much playing time. And looks like we have a foul called. That foul is on Bella Mawsey. That's her first. They're having trouble getting it into somebody, but they finally did get it in just in time. Kelsey Plaster, even in his own defense, she was really going for that ball. Nice play there by Louisiana, but traveling called on Casey Strickfaden. So Bella Mawsey brings it up the floor on a turnover. Plaster out on the point. On the high post to Mawsey. Addison Steele. There's a three-point attempt for Kelsey Plaster, and it did not drop. Faith Rule underneath, and she couldn't get the shot away, but she did draw the foul. And that foul is on Olivia Kinsler. It's her first. Puts Faith Rule on the line for two shots. First shot is good. Second shot is good. 48-8, and Faith Rule has all 8 points for Louisiana. And that pass went right through Addison Steele's hands. It was tipped, but she touched it last. Couldn't grab a hold of it. So Louisiana with the ball. Again, a running clock. A little over 4 minutes to go in this game. That pass right to Olivia Kinsler. She gets it over to Bella Mawsey. And they bring it up the floor. There's Kelsey Plaster for another three attempt, and no good. So Faith Rule brings it up the floor. Long pass over to the low post. They get the ball in deep to Campbell. And another jump ball. And it stays with Louisiana. Now we have Samara Manuel and who's that other? Lily Smith coming into the game. Louisiana's ball out of bounds. There's a shot from the free throw line, no good. Olivia Kinsler up with the rebound, and Louisiana got their hands in there and got a jump ball, but the alternating possession keeps it with Elsberry. So Addison Steele brings it up the floor. Lily Smith for three. No good, but she gets her own rebound, gets it to Olivia Kinsler, and they're fighting over the ball just a little bit, and the alternating possessions goes to Louisiana. And so they bring it up pretty fast, and the pass goes through Faith Rule's hands and out of bounds to Elsberry. 1.5 minutes to go on his running clock. Lily Smith with the ball, gets it back out to Alyssa Love. Once again, a three-point attempt for Lily Smith. And Elsberry just kind of passing it around right now. And Louisiana steals it. Brings it up and does not fall in, but they get the rebound and control the ball. Faith Rule has it, gets it back out for a three-point attempt. No good. And through all of that, the foul was on Casey Strickfaden. It's her second. 30 seconds to go in this ball game. And back out on the point. Shot from Manuel was no good. 6 seconds to go. Addison Steele brings it up the floor. Tries to get a shot away. No good. Final score, 48-8. So the Lady Indians improved their record to 8-7, and the Lady Bulldogs dropped to 0-9. Go over some scoring in this game. For the visitors, Faith Rule had everything. She had all 8 points. And so there was nobody else. Cameron Glow had 2 fouls. Faith Rule had 1 foul. Josie Oblinger had 2. Misha Campbell had 1. And Casey Strickfaden had 2 fouls. There was only 2 free throws attempted by Louisiana, and Faith Rule hit both of hers. So she was 2-2 from the free throw line. For Elsberry, Tanisha Henderson had 4 points. Peyton Robinson had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. Candace Dowell had 5 points. Kylie Kinsler had 7 points. Mackenzie Gladney had 6. Kelsey Plaster had 9 points. Bella Mozzie had 2, and Tyra Henderson had 6. Elsberry also was perfect from the free throw line. Peyton Robinson had, she was 2 for 2. Kelsey Plaster was 1 for 1. So there was only 3 free throws attempted for Elsberry, and they made all 3 of them. And now I've got to say that that the little rant that I went on about not hitting shots from underneath last night, they changed that. Maybe they listened to me. Wow, that'd be different. But they hit their shots from underneath tonight. So anyway, final score of 48-8. And now I'm going to cut this game off, and we'll go to get ready for the broadcast of the boys game, the Indians versus the Bulldogs. And so I will, like I said, I'll shut this one off and come back in a few minutes and join me in that game. Anyway, for the Indian Sports Network, this is Kenny Masterson saying goodbye for now from Elsberry. Join me back in a few minutes for the boys game. Good night, everybody.